What's up everyone, welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to use the new rally traits that we've seen for the first time in the new X-Men Rise and Fall set, and hopefully we'll see them again soon. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Alright, so to find out how to use a rally trait, first we need to know what a rally trait is. So we'll take a look here at this Wolverine card from X-Men Rise and Fall. Just the common #1 Wolverine starts with a rally trait, but it doesn't really say here anything about how to use the rally trait. For that, we need to look at the back of the card where it has all of the rules for rally right here. And it says, once per roll for each die in a finalized attack roll for all characters with a matching rally die and trait color printed under their trait star. After resolutions, you may choose a friendly character to gain a matching rally die. Rally trait colors specify which attack type they can gain rally dies from. Blue equals friendly attack rolls, red equals opposing attack rolls, and green equals all attack rolls. When a character gains a rally die, place a die with the matching result on their card. All right, so that's a long, wordy effect here, so let's try to break it down piece by piece. So starting from the top, once per roll for each die in a finalized attack roll. That means every time your opponent makes an attack on their turn, once per roll, you can have the ability potentially to gain a rally die from it. And you can potentially gain 2 rally dies because it says for each die in a finalized attack roll. So if they were to roll 2 5s in this case, since his rally trait is on a 5, I'll show you that in a second. If your opponent was to roll 2 5s, you could potentially gain 2 rally dies. Now it does say in a finalized attack roll, so that will mean after all probability controls and all die replacement effects have all resolved or chosen not to be used. When that's all said and done, you then can check to gain rally dies from their finalized attack roll. And then it goes on to say, for all characters with a matching rally die and trait color printed under their trait star. So this means that this trait will be active for all characters with the same matching die. Now, for instance, if your opponent rolls a 5 in their finalized attack roll, this does not mean that every single character you have that has 5 for opposing attack rolls on their rally die mechanic will get a rally die. It really just means that you have the option to put it on them. So basically, if your opponent rolls 2 5s, you do have the option to put 2 rally dies on one character that has the matching rally die, or you could put it on 1 die on 2 separate characters that have a matching rally die if your opponent was to roll 2 5s. But also important to note here, it says after resolutions, you may choose a friendly character to gain a matching rally die. So even if they were to roll 1 or 2 5s for their attack roll, you don't actually get it until after resolutions of the attack. Some of these characters with these rally die traits have defensive powers, like super senses or impervious, that you can choose to remove their rally die to make that their roll for that power. It's important to remember that they don't get the die until after the resolution of the attack and the damage and everything else, potential knockback or whatever. So they won't get that rally die from that attack until after they've potentially been hit by it or whatever. So it's just important to remember that. Now, at the front of it, I want to point out that for some rally traits, they do give you an actual power in the trait. So with Wolverine, for example, his rally die trait does give him regeneration as a trait. And then when Wolverine uses it before rolling a d6, you may instead remove his rally die to use that as the result. So it's just important to note that some rally die traits give you an actual power to use, and some don't. So we'll take a quick look next at Colossus here. Now in Colossus's case, it says when Colossus uses Impervious before rolling the d6, you may instead remove his rally die to use it as the result. It does not actually give him Impervious, it just says when he uses Impervious. And then you can look at his defense power here, which gives him Impervious with Protected Outwit. And he does have that for his full dial. However, it is not part of his trait, so sometimes that might matter. It's just important to know where your powers are coming from. Similarly, Sabretooth says when Sabretooth uses Blades Claw's Fangs before rolling the d6, you may instead remove his rally die to use it as the result, but it does not give him Blades Claw's Fangs because he simply has it printed throughout his entire dial. Whereas Mystique here, much like Wolverine, has traded Super Senses, and when Mystique uses it before rolling the d6, you may instead remove the rally die to use it as the result. Now notice she does not actually have Super Senses on her dial because she has it as her trait, and her rally die trait is just kind of all-inclusive. So just do keep an eye out on the rally die traits themselves. Some of them include powers, some of them don't. It's just a good idea to remember to check whether or not the trait gives you a power or if it's going to be part of their dial. Alright, now I thought it might be a good idea to give you guys kind of a little bit of a demonstration of how to use it in action. So let's just say that we are the Wolverine Colossus team here, and Sabretooth is charging in on our Wolverine here. He rolls his attack roll, and look at that. He made a high roll. He rolled a 5. Now, this could be bad for us, obviously, but at least we have the option here of using this 5. So since there was a 5 in that attack roll, we're going to go ahead and take another die here with a 5 and put that on Wolverine's card. Now, we could put this on Colossus's card if we want to, but I want to go ahead and give it to Wolverine because Wolverine's about to take some damage. Let's just say that Sabretooth decided not to roll for Blades this turn, and he's just going to take 3 straight clicks because he's got exploit weakness, so he's going to get through Wolverine's toughness. Alright, so we're going to give Sabretooth his action token for making that attack, and now let's just say that's it for their turn, and it's going to go to our turn. Now, we want to heal Wolverine. He's got traded regeneration there. Now, we're going to activate regeneration, of course, by giving him a power action. But instead of rolling the die now, we can choose to remove this die and use it as the result. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can just go ahead and heal Wolverine 3 clicks right away back to top dial because we heal half the amount rounded up from using regeneration, and half rounded up from 5 is 3. So now we've got our Wolverine all the way healed up. Let's go ahead and have Colossus charge on Sabretooth to get some revenge for his buddy there. So we'll go ahead and make our attack roll. And boom, there we go. We got another 5 in this attack roll. So that attack is going to hit our opposing Sabretooth over here. That's going to deal him also 3 clicks of damage because Colossus deals 4, so that's 3 after toughness there. And now we can take another die with a 5 because there was a 5 in that attack roll, and we can put it on one of these cards, assuming now we're playing as the opposite team here. So we're going to go ahead, I think, and put this on Sabretooth's card right there. Alright, so Team X-Men turn is over, and we're going to go ahead back to the Brotherhood over here. And we're going to have Sabretooth attack his foe Wolverine one more time. This time, he's going to choose to roll for Blades because he's got a 5 stacked up right there, ready to go. So hopefully he hits with his attack. And boom, that's another big hit. Again, we have a 5 in this roll. Now, he's going to choose to roll for his Blades this time. And he's going to go ahead and choose to use the 5 for this attack. Now, with his exploit weakness, that's going to deal 5 damage through Wolverine's toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That KOs him straight away. Now, after resolutions, because there was a 5 in that attack roll, we can put this 5 on Colossus's card because, well, we don't have anybody else to give it to at this time. So Colossus is going to want to stack that impervious die up just in case. And I think he's going to need it because Mystique is going to go ahead and take a shot at him now, making her attack roll. Oops, and it knocked Colossus off of there, but she rolled another 5. Look at that. Now, this is where the after resolutions thing is kind of important. We will not get to choose this die yet until after the attack and the damage has all been calculated. Now, we're just going to go ahead and play it safe and remove Colossus's die to use that as his result for impervious, meaning he's not going to take any damage from this attack from Mystique. And the cool thing about this now is because there was a 5 in that attack roll after resolutions here, we can just put a 5 right back on Colossus's card, so we can have that ready to go for his next impervious roll. Now, admittedly, things aren't looking too great for Colossus right now, but we're going to call it right here because that's kind of just the gist of it. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how the back and forth goes with rolling the dice. If there's a 5, you choosing who you want to put it on, etc., and how to use them. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope that helped you a little bit with understanding better how to use rally traits. There are some really cool ones out there, like ones that let you replace the dies in your attack roll with the rally die, or being able to remove your rally die to pick a power on some characters. And there are even some characters that allow you to place rally dies on your friendly characters or move them between your friendly characters at will. So you can kind of move them around to maybe a better character that's in a better position because maybe you didn't mean to put it on another one. But there's a lot of really cool effects like that out already in this first set we've seen this rally die trait in, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. So that's going to do it for this little demonstration, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, so that's pretty much the gist of it, and some little tips and tricks for you guys there. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little thing or two. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. It does help out a lot. Let me know in the comments if there's anything I forgot to go over, or any other cool little things that you'd like to add, or any other questions that you have that I might not have answered. Let me know there, and I will try to help you guys out. But don't forget to click that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more, you can check the links in the description for our Patreon. You can see your name here in the credits with all these other awesome people. And that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters signing off.